Hello everyone. Welcome to the finale. Finale? Finale? Finale. Yeah, finale. Welcome to the finale of season 1 of Idem to Idem. Yes, our season's coming to an end, and I guess it's finally time I tell you why. By the way, I'm trying something new with the mic, so I hope you can bear with it. You definitely can. You love my voice by now, don't you? Anyways, so the reason why this would be the last episode in this season is because as we are stepping into October, my bad, as we are stepping into October, I have my CA final exams from November. So I would be required to study for about 12 to 14 hours a day. That's how it is. So, I mean, there is an option I could put it, but then I don't think it would have the punch to it. I don't think it'll be as cheerful as I want it to be because I'll be disheartened or I wouldn't have completed my timetable or targets. It's like a whole breakup kind of a situation the next month. But I would be returning for season 2. I can just picture it. Idem to Idem has been renewed for another season. Nice. So yeah, season 2 will be somewhere around second week of November. So that's when I'll be done with all of my commitments. And there's a lot to look forward to. I would most probably buy a proper mic so that, I'm not very satisfied with the mic quality. This is all I can salvage out of this situation. But I would buy a mic, saste se. No, nothing like Joe Rogan's podcast. No, no. I'm not earning anything from this, guys. And I've planned a video podcast with a guest. It's a surprise. And yeah, don't get your expectations too high. It's not I'm inviting some actor or something, but yeah, you should get your expectations high because something big is coming. Anyways, today's topic was Q&A. I thought, I would open an NGL link for another week to, for you guys to send in your questions. Turns out that was as useful as a lifeguard on Olympic swimming matches because no one actually sent me anything. Yeah, and the reason why I didn't upload an episode yesterday, and it's a bit late now, I usually upload it by 11 o'clock. The reason being the Ganesha Chaturthi, there's some concert which is going on. I really don't understand. They removed it today. They moved the Ganesha. So I don't really understand these concerts, man. I mean, Ganesha Chaturthi, the song being played is Salam Rocky Bhai. I don't really see the point of it. I wouldn't be surprised if in Christmas they played Vishnu Suprabhatam. Anyways, coming to Q&A. We have about 7-8 questions. I don't think this would take much time. Okay. I have 2 questions saying what or who makes you happy. Tell me about your friends. They seem like a fun gang. I definitely will. I'll answer that in the end. Your favorite film this year? Oppenheimer, by far. There have been a lot of good movies this year. I'm not able to recollect any at the moment though. No, definitely not, Tunivu Varisu. Please, guys, no. No. Oppenheimer, and weirdly enough, Oppenheimer is something I don't want to see again. It's one of those movies like probably Requiem for a Dream or, uh, let's say, All Quiet on the Western Front, something like that, where it's amazing. It's a once in a lifetime experience, but I do not want to see it again because it's meant to be watched once and enjoyed. That's it. That's the thing. But yeah, I loved Oppenheimer, every single minute of it. Tips for foundation students. I know exactly who posted this. Just, just for people who are not aware, this is CA Foundation. So a good friend of mine is writing his CA Foundation in, I think, next June. I think so. Yeah, just keep studying, bro. Like, don't doubt yourself. That's all I'll say. Like, many a time we would think that there is some kind of discomfort or Something is not going right. You feel like you want to change your strategy, but please don't. You start something, see it through to the end. That might apply for others also. Why don't you have a guest on your podcast? I like this question personally because this person, whoever asked this, thought I have a lot of guests and I was actively preventing them. So I have like I have very few listeners and even fewer or probably no one wanting to be guests. So, but definitely, if you want to be a guest, please reach out to me. We'll work something out. I'm already working something out with one person. So yeah, are you single? What did you expect? Of course, I'm single. Any celeb crushes? Oh, high school, college questions. These are. Yeah, I would say Priyanka Mohan. Interesting choice, isn't it? But otherwise, I don't exactly crush on celebs that much. They're just a bunch of unrealistic people. I tend to appreciate the everyday people in our life more. The worst advice you have ever given. Very rarely have I given any worst advices. I don't remember anything if I have, but actually, I introduced two people to each other who got into a relationship. Here's the thing, their breakup was devastating. So you might assume this is a really bad advice. I mean, setting them up together. But here's the thing, both of them had a terrible breakup, but then post the breakup, they realized something was off in their lives. I wouldn't attribute it completely to the breakup, but that was one of the major factors. And then both of them are doing really well in their lives right now. The guy has had a major glow up, and compared to his previous photos and now, amazing. And the girl she used to be very shy and quiet, and now she's talking to so many people. She's working on multiple NGOs and she's attending events and whatnot. She's very socially active. So, I mean, even though it was an unpleasant situation, what I got them into, to see that they are succeeding in life makes me really happy. So, yeah, one worst advice, and that did transform into the best. And wow, that's it. That's the end of Q&A. Usually people have seen Q&A episodes where they say, I'm sorry if I didn't answer any of the questions. Time is an issue, but I have answered all the questions and still we have 2 minutes. Okay. I mean, no complaints. I mean, nothing to complain about. I'm really glad that whoever sent it in did send it in. I am happy. And yeah, so actually, this has been an amazing experience, season one. And I gotta say, this started as an Instagram reel, as in my friend, she sent me this reel asking me to start a podcast. That was just a playful thing. I just went on the internet, found some copyright free logos, and just made one, and I started it. But today we are sitting at 300 plus plays, and although this is far from any kind of spotlight, this is a big thing for me because this is my creation, and it means a lot to me that so many of you have streamed it so many times, and I cannot thank you enough. Just a couple of things. One person who I do not know directly, remember on the last episode I asked you guys how many of you do not know me, but through your contacts have gotten to know about my podcast. So there was one person who reached out, and that made my day. I was so happy and I was so glad that there's someone out there who does not know me and has absolutely no obligation to support me, but still has listened to it and liked my content. I mean, that is one of the most heartwarming things I've ever received this week or this month or even this year perhaps. And that pushes me to make more content. And as you guys know, this is not a paid this is not a paid gig. This is absolutely a passion project, and these are the things which keep me wanting to do more. And yes, that's one thing. And one more, listening to the fourth episode, Burnout, one of my old friends reached out to me. We haven't been really in touch. Also, I don't want to take up any names because I haven't asked them for their consent, and I'm sure they're not comfortable revealing their names here. So she reached out to me saying that you know, this was heartwarming to hear. This was wholesome to hear, and she reconnected with me saying that it's been such a long time, and I was so glad that she reached out because I did not know what was going through in her life, and most of the times we never know what goes on in others' lives. We are too occupied with our own, and I don't blame anyone. This does happen. These are the years where you meet a lot of temporary people, but I did not have any feeling of the disconnect when she reached out. I was immediately ready to, rekindle our friendship wherever it was, and I think that is what more of us should do. We shouldn't pay much attention to the duration for which we haven't spoken, and I would encourage you to reach out to people as well, not just be reached out. Reach out to people as well. No one is going to take it to their heart that you didn't speak to them. Circumstances change, and that is the thing. That's what I wanted to convey. And yeah, to explain what makes me happy, this is what makes me happy. As a person who's doing CA, my social interactions are severely limited, but things like these, talking to people and keeping them happy, as in, if I'm there, my happiness lies in the fact that I bring happiness to others. Let's say I'm in a group and I crack a joke and everyone laughs. That's a very small thing, but that makes my day entirely. And yeah, and about my friends, of course, no names, but I can broadly classify them into this: the short one, the tall one, the black one, the white one. That's the it's funny, and they're a mixed bag. I can go to one of them for social, as in psychological advice, and top tier psychological. She's the one who made me do this podcast, and it ranges from, what do you say, mm, like fun jokes and all that, right up to serious talks. And yeah, the I mean, see, it's not like we meet daily. We all live far away, as in none of us in meeting distance as such, no meeting on demand or anything like that. But whatever time we get, we try to make the best out of it. That's the best we could do, and that's the best we can do, and that is absolutely fine. So yep, it's like it's like it feels like The Office, right? I mean, initially the episodes were too constricted, I would say. I was a bit more reserved. Now I'm able to talk more freely, as pointed out by many of you. And hey, like The Office, hopefully the season 2 onwards is where it starts getting, picking up. And oh, we are 13 minutes in. Yeah, I cannot keep it below the 10-minute limit. So many of you suggested to keep it below 10, but then I start talking and I do not know what to filter out. I have been listening to your suggestions. I tried to filter out the irrelevant things, but since this being the last episode, and I won't be there for a while, so I hope you don't mind the duration being long enough. So yep, I have nothing more to add on at this point. I'm just incredibly grateful to all of you for listening to this, wherever you are. I know you guys are all busy. You guys have hectic lives, yet you chose to, support me, and that means a lot. A lot. I will deliver quality content. I would continue to deliver quality content, and see you guys in November. Should I say I am Karthik and make it sound like a radio show? Maybe I should not. I absolutely will. This is Karthik. Take care. See you. Bye bye.